हेलो। ஏன்னா அது ஆஃப் பண்ணாங்க. அது மாதிரி அவங்க என்ன அது சொன்னாங்க ஓப்பனர் தான் presenting the
This is one thing that was asked to be this one.
SUV, meet the tire. That is.
So, like,
That's my choice.
MRF1. Unexpected electricity bill. Set your electricity bill at our expense.
Good evening, guys. Shall we start the session?
Good evening, madam.
Yes. We can start.
Santosh, my voice is audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
yes.
your voice is audible. Yes.
Thank you. Screen is visible, na?
Full visible, ma'am. It's clear.
Yes.
Yes, fine. Yes. Good evening to everyone. Today I'm going to introduce the new concept that is HAZAP, that is which stands for Hazard and Operability Study. It is one of the most powerful and systematic tools used to identify the risk, hazards, and operational problems in any process or system. Although the HAZOP was originally developed for chemical and process industries in initial stage, but over the time it has evolved into a universal safety and risk analysis tools. Okay, but initially it's focused on chemical and process industries alone. But what makes HAZOP is a special is that it is not limited to engineering alone. Apart from that, today it's a successfully applied across multiple discipline of engineering, management, healthcare, especially IT systems, business operations, and even service industries also. In simple terms, HAZOP is help us answer three important questions. First one is, what can go wrong? Why can it go wrong? What will happen if it goes wrong? So the three questions are most important. In that important questions, the answer is given by HAZOP. So in this sessions, we will explore how HAZOP works, why it is applicable to all discipline, and how students from any background, not only in engineering, any background students can use this tool to systematically about safety, quality, and risk preventions. But anyway, it's applicable all discipline. But you know that the engineering students, I mean the engineering peoples are more accountable for their safety, quality, and prevention. So that's why the HAZOP is most suitable for engineering professionals. What is HAZOP? That is, it's first we want to be understand what HAZOP really means, because the HAZOP stands for Hazard and Operability Study. That is, it is a structured and systematic techniques used to examine of process, system, or operations in a very logical way. Okay, mainly it's examine process and system in a logical way. That's it. The word structured means the HAZOP follow a step-by-step method, not the guesswork or assumptions. Yes, that is, we can say that HAZOP is a structured one. Second, the word systematic means every part of process is carefully reviewed one section at a time. So that's why we have said that HAZOP is a structured and systematic method. Okay, so structured means it's having their step-by-step process. That's why we have said that it is a structured method. Systematic means the every part process reviewed very carefully. Yes, that's why we have said that it is a systematic. So the main purpose of HAZOP is to identify the hazards and operational issues before they cause accident or failures. That's its main purpose is only for identify the hazards and operational issues before the causes or failure should occur. Okay, so here the hazards refers to anything that can cause harm to people, equipment, environment, or organization. So the operational issues refers to problems, you know that, once again. Yes. So the operational issues refers to problem that can affect efficiency, quality, productivity, especially productivity or continue of operations. So the originally HAZOP was developed for chemical and process industries. So where even you know that a small deviations like excess pressure, high temperature, or no flow could lead to serious accident. So however, the strength of HAZOP lies in its thinking approach. Instead of asking, is the system safe? So previously I told now the 3 questions, the answer given by HACCP. One is what can go wrong, why can it goes wrong, then what will be the consequence if it goes wrong. So because of this powerful questioning method, HACCP is now widely used not only in chemical planet, even but also in engineering system, healthcare process, especially for the entire disciplines. So in simple words, we can say HACCP na, it's a preventive tool. It is a preventive tool that helps us foresee problems and control risk before they turn into the real world failures. Why HACCP is universal? Because now let's understand why HACCP is called a universal tool. First, HACCP is, it's applicable to any system or process. It does not matter whether the system is a machine, a software application, or that it's a hospital procedure or classroom process, business workflow or construction project. It's not a matter where the system, right? So as long as there is a process with on intended objectives, the HACCP can be applied. It is if you say that in another reason, the HACCP focused on deviations from intended design. Instead of looking at the system only when it is working properly, the HACCP asks what happens if something is more than required. So what happens if something is less than required? Then what happens if something is, it's not available at all? Another thing is, what happens if the process works opposite or wrong directions? So all is matter here. So the third reason is the HACCP is used beyond the engineering discipline because it is based on logical questions, not the technical complexity. For example, in management, the deviation may related to delay, excess cost, maybe the lack of resources, right? But in healthcare, if you take that, in deviations may relate to wrong dosage, delayed treatments, or some of the missing informations. If you take the IT, the deviation may related to data loss, something it's a system downtime or unauthorized access. So because the HACCP uses simple guide words and structured thinking, it can be understood and applied by students and professionals from all backgrounds. So therefore the HACCP is universal, not because it belongs to every field, but because every field involved process, risk and deviations. Then that that needs to be controlled also. Then go for next slide. 4 elements of HACCP. That is, to apply HACCP effectively, we must understand its core element. That is, these elements form the foundation of the HACCP study. It's regardless, of the discipline. The first taking their process or activity. Every, the HACCP study begins by clearly defining the process or actively begin analyzed. This could be, that's a manufacturing process, software operations, hospital procedures, the business workflow, or academic actively. So, without a clear process, hazards identification becomes vague. Second, guide words. That is in separate in later separate we can discuss their separate slide in the guide words also, because the guide words are the heart of hazard. Its common guide words include no, more, less, and reverse. So these words are used to stimulate thinking and help identify deviations from normal operations. They force us to ask structured what if questions. If go for third, parameters. The parameters are the key variables related to the process. That is, in engineering, parameters may include flow, pressure, temperature, or speed. If you take in management or IT, the parameters may be include time, cost, data, or manpower. So the parameter define what we are actually measuring or controlling. Are you got it, ma? Yes, the engineering parameter is, yes, you know very well about that. Flow, pressure, temperature, or speed should be measurable. But if you take that other management or other field, they will take consider about their time, cost, data, manpower, like that. That is measurable one. So that variation is that parameters are the key variables related to the process. Next, fourth one is deviations. A deviation occurs when a guide word is applied to a parameter. For example, no flow, more time, even less data, even that reverse sequence. So these deviations help us to identify the situation where the process does not behave. So next, last one, causes and consequence. The consequences for every deviations, we analyze its possible causes and likely consequences. Causes explain why the deviation occur, such as equipment failure or human error, maybe the system malfunctions, like that. But you know that in consequences explain what happens if the deviation is not controlled, such as accident, losses, delays, or safety risk. So together,
Yes.
these 5 elements make the hazard a logical, disciplined, and universal approach to identifying the risk and improving the safety. Finally, if you go for the next slide, hazard guide words. That is mainly 4: no, more, less, reverse. That is, guide words are simple keywords used to systematically identify deviations from normal operations. These words help us think logically and also ask structured what if questions. First, no, that is complete options. That is, the guide words no indicates the complete options of an intended parameter. For example, no flow of material, no data transmissions, no power supply. So this help identify the failures caused by shutdowns, disconnections, or missing resources. I hope that the example is very helpful for understanding, right? Second one is more. That is quantitative increase. The guide words more indicates a greater quantity than intended. Example, more pressure, more time delay, more data load. So this deviations help the identify the risk related to overloading or overheating or excessive usage. So these deviations help identify the risk related to, you know, uh, it's excessive things. Then if you go for third, less quantitative decrease, that is, the guide words less indicate the lower quantitative than required. It's a just opponent of the second guide word, right? So the example includes, it's less temperature, less manpower, less power supply, less bandwidth, whatever may be. So this help identify the issues related to insufficient performance, inefficiency, or incomplete output. So final one is reverse, that is logical opposite. This guide word reverse indicate the opposite of the intended directions or sequence. Example, reverse flow, reverse order of steps, wrong sequence of operations. So this is especially useful in identifying the human errors, system logic errors, or process design flow. So by applying these guides words to different parameters, now ensure that no possible deviation is overlooked. So that is why the guide word form the backbone of the HAZOP methodology. The next slide. Applications across disciplines. So the HAZOP is called a universal safety tool because it can be applied across multiple disciplines. Let us look at a very few key areas. First, we can see mechanical and electrical engineering. In mechanical and electrical system, HAZOP is used to identify the hazards related to machines, equipments, power system, and control circuits. Then, for example, uh, the deviations like no power, more speed, or reverse rotations can lead to equipment damage or accident. So HAZOP helps the engineers prevent failure, improve reliability, and enhance workplace safety. Next, go for civil and constructions. In civil and construction project, HAZOP is applied to construction process, site activities, especially structural operations. So the deviations such as less material strength, more load, wrong construction sequence, these are the things it's lead to collapse or delay. So the HAZOP supports safe design, proper execution, and risk control at construction sites. Then go for healthcare systems. In HAZOP is used to analysis clinical procedures, especially patient flow, medications administrations, especially emergency services. So the deviations like no patient data, more dosage, delayed treatment, so it can seriously affect the patient safety. So the HAZOP help hospital reduce the medical errors and improve the quality of care. Then, IT and cyber security, HAZOP is applied to software process. Once again, okay. So in cybersecurity area, HAZOP is applied for software process, network, database, and cybersecurity operations. Example of deviations include no system access, then more data traffic, or reverse authentications logic. So HAZOP help identify the risk, related to data loss, system downtime, and cyber threats. So the business process in business and management, HAZAP is used to analyze the operations, supply chains, finance, and decisions making process. So the deviations such as no approval, more cost, less manpower, these are the things can affect the performance and profitability. So the HAZAP helps the organizations improve efficiency, reduce risk, and make better strategic decisions. So overall, HAZAP, it's proved that safety and risk thinking is not the discipline. It is specific, it is essential wherever the process exists. Right now, then HAZAP in management and business area. Because if you take any engineering backgrounds also, finally it's interconnect with business as well as management core area, because the management and business, it's related to every field, right? If go for civil industries, it's mainly depends upon their business and management final decisions, right? Everything we have taken from this area only, core area only. So that's why I'm just to be taking here for especially management and business core area. So the many people think HAZAP is only for engineering, but it is equally powerful in management and business environment. If you see one by one, risk identification in operations, because in business operations, every activity, procurement, productions, marketing, finance, HR, the follow a process, right? So by applying HAZAP, guide words like no, more, less, reverse. So we can identify the operational risk. For example, no approval from management, more operational cost than budgeted. Then if you take one example for less, for example, less workforce then required, then reverse workflow sequence. So the HAZAP help managers systematically to identify such risk before they impact the performance. Then if you go for supply chain disruption analysis, the supply chains are highly sensitive to deviations. Usually, HAZAP, we can analyze the situations such as no raw material supply, more transportation delay, less inventory, then reverse logistics error. So this structured thinking help the business prepare contingency plans and avoid financial losses. Then if you go for project management risk control, in project management, deviation often occur in time, cost, scope, and quality. So analyzing HAZAP, it's help the project manager identify more time delayed project, then less budgeted allocations, then no stakeholders communications, scope, it's a change in reverse orders. So this improve the proactive risk management and ensure better project success rates also. Then if you take the decision making improvement, HAZAP encourage the managers to think critically. So what if these decisions lead to more cost? What if there is less customers demand? What if the expected outcome does not occur? So this questioning approach, it strengthens the strategic thinking, risk awareness, and analytical skills also. So in management and business, HAZAP is not just a safety tool, it becomes a structured decision making and risk analysis framework that improve the operational efficiency and strategic planning. Then, if you go for the next slide, benefits of HAZA in engineering field or management, IT or health sector, whatever may be. Yes, what are the benefits commonly involved in the HAZA? Now let's look at the key benefits of HAZA, which explain why this method is widely accepted across industries and disciplines. The first reason is improve the safety and reliability. So the HAZAP help the identify the potential hazards and deviations before they causes harm. By addressing these risks yearly, the organization can improve the system safety, process reliability, and operational stability. So this ensure safer working conditions and more dependable outcomes. Second, prevents accident and failure. Many major accident and system failures occur due to unidentified deviations. So HAZAP systematically examine what can go wrong and why it can go wrong. So this proactive approach help the prevent accident, breakdowns, quality failures, and service interruptions. Then move on to the third reasons, enhance the teamwork and communications. HAZAP is usually conducted by a multidisciplinary team. This encourages open discussions, shared understanding, and knowledge change between team members from different backgrounds. So as a result, it improves the communications, coordinations, and collective problem solving. In final reason is cost effective, uh, risk prevention. Identifying and correcting risk at the design or planning stage is far less expensive than fixing the problem after the accident or failure. So the HAZAP helps the reduce the cost related to repairs, rework, legal issues, downtime, especially for a reputation loss. So therefore, it is a cost-effective and preventive risk management tool. So if in this slide we just summary na, so HAZAP support not only safety, but also it's ensure the efficiency, quality, collaborations, and long-term sustainability also. Simple example, for example, online exam system. Okay, so to better understand HAZAP, let us look at a simple real life examples that everyone can relate to. That's why I'm taking here for in online exam system. If take the process, the process under study is on online exam systems. This include the student login, questions display, then answer submissions, and result processing. These are the process, right? First the students get the login, then question paper, yes, then answer, the students want to submit the answer, finally the result process. So that is the process system. Second, where the deviation is happen, because using the HAZAP guide word, no, we can identify the deviations, no internet. This means the required connectivity is completely absent during the exam. So what is the causes should appeared here? Because the possible causes of this deviation is network failure. So this may happen due to server issues or power failure or ISP problems, right? Or local Wi-Fi breakdown also. So what is the consequences? because if there is no internet during the exam gets disrupted. So the students may lose answer, exam may be paused or cancelled. So it can lead to stress, compliance, and loss of creditability for the institution also. So what is the actions? I mean the recommendation plan. So to prevent or reduce this risk, the suggestions action is backup connectivity. So this may include secondary internet connections, auto save exam response, and offline mode with later submissions, such a thing. So this example clearly shows how HAZOP help us identify the deviations, understand its causes, then predict the consequence and plan the preventive actions, even in non-engineering systems also. So this why HAZOP is truly a universal risk analysis tools. Many of the research papers, yes, especially for engineering students, published using that tool of HAZOP. Okay. Finally, if you go for conclusion, HAZOP is not limited to any single field or industries, because that's why our title also shows that it is the universal tool across all discipline, all industries. So although it's originated in especially for chemical and process engineering, but today it has proven its value across engineering, management, healthcare, IT, constructions, even some business systems also. So HAZOP is a powerful universal safety and risk analytical tools because it's focused on systematic thinking and deviation analysis. So rather than it's a technical complexity. By asking structured what if questions, it helps identify the hazards, operational issues, and potential failures before they occur. For students learning, HAZOP develop analytical thinking, problem solving skills, and risk awareness. But you know that it's which are essential in any professions, not only for it's just for students, right? But for professionals, HAZOP support safer operations, better decision making, improve reliability, and cost effective risk prevention also. So if you say simple words, wherever there is a process, there is a risk. And wherever there is a risk, HAZOP can be applied. It is a simple thing. Okay, I hope that this HAZOP is helpful for you. I mean, the new, the basic techniques, yes, to understand their risk. This tools it's helpful for prevent the risk also. Many times in that interview, uh, that this domain related questions they are asking na, that time definitely they are asking that at least what is HAZOP. At least we just want to be having their knowledge at least the 5 minutes about their techniques. Okay. So that's my purpose to taking this sections for today. Okay, anyway, now we just move on to the some assessment means just I want to understand now you are just to listen my class or not, at least what level you understand. So that purpose I'm just to be taking here for some MCQ. But before that, I'm just to want to understand about that at least the few more words, what words you understand in that entire sections, because last 40 minutes, right, we how many words you learn from today's sessions, at least each students unmute to say only one word. Okay.
Mom, can you repeat, please? The core element of HAZOP, the parameter.
No, the simply
I
we
mean,
can say the hazard. Hazard is only we can use hazard for the in our industry to prevent the loose, and we can also prevent the hazard, and we can prevent the loose something of our slow let's say operations. We can prevent using the hazard.
Fine, but one more person to ask the what core element of hazard, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
I want
The
to know
core
about the
element.
parameter between measurement. What is the difference?
Actually, you know that it's a parameters. Parameter. It is a standard one. For example, why we need their control. For example, in risk, now how we can take the control, because we just to be set one standard, right? In that standard, I'm just to be compare the actual. If having their deviations, now we just to take their actions. Okay, so the parameters means it is the it's standard. We just to be set some standard, that is parameter. Measurable means what is the actual. For example, the parameters, the key variables, it's related to the process, right? For example, in engineering, the parameters may be flow, pressure, temperature, speed, like that. For example, here the measurement means what flow, for exactly what flow measurement, right? For example, high flow or low flow, that is measurement. Okay, then pressure, high pressure or less pressures, what is the exact, that is measurement. Okay, so the parameters means, for example, tap is the parameter. For example, in water, what parameter we measured in liter. Okay, exactly 100 ml or 200 ml of water, that is measurement. Okay, fine na? Are you got it, ma?
Yes, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, please welcome. Any other doubts, or we go for MCQ? MCQ also, just I want to be understand what my students to understand their sessions, that's it. I don't want to give any internal marks, everything.
Madam,
Just
is it hard is it to find like the hidden dangers in operational problem in industrial, like to prevent like accident?
yes, that is the major problem, na? Because that is our major problem of why we just to be use this tool for hazard, because that we just to be that find out there three things. Okay, because mainly the hazard follow a step by step method. So it is especially for systematic as well as for structured. So the two way we follow now, so automatically we can prevent before the failure or before happen the accident. That's why we just to be taken that hazard tool. Especially the three questions I told now. What can go wrong, why can it go wrong, then what will be the consequence we can face if goes wrong. So everything we can find out earlier na, so we can easily to prevent their accident. That is the major thing.
Thank you, madam.
Any other questions?
Hello, madam.
Yes,
Hello,
ma'am.
madam. Can you emphasize more on deviation?
Sorry, Asnaf, your voice is not audible.
I said, can you emphasize more on deviation, which I
I
couldn't
hope
get it
that
clear.
your voice little bit I didn't get it, your voice clearly.
Can you emphasize more on deviation?
Mm-hmm.
Can you emphasize more on deviation?
Yes, maybe the deviations, it's we can measure for some guide words, right? For example, in deviation, how we can find the deviation. For example, we just to be compare the actual as well as standard. Okay, so it is not equal, definitely we can get the deviations. So we find the deviations only, we can understand what is that solutions. We can, based on the deviation only, we can give that solution. For example, discipline. If you consider that discipline, okay, so I'm saying that yes, everyone in physical classes, I'm saying that everyone want to be in students now, definitely to inside the classes, everyone use the proper grooming, use the, I mean, properly to wear tuck in, then definitely the formal shoe want to wear. So that is my standard, okay, that is my parameter. I'm just to be compare the actual, I mean, measurement. One student comes to wear two sports shoe, one student's not properly grooming, other 30 students, it's good. So here the 30 students, no deviation is there, so no action is required. But in the two students, just to having their deviations, because how I can understand the deviations, because I'm just to be compare the actual and measurement, I mean, actual as well as standard. So in that deviation I can find it. So I want to take some disciplinary actions. Maybe that disciplinary actions, maybe it's small or heavy, that is based on their situation. For example, that is first time, we can consider, right? But in that field na, we can't say like that, right? So in human errors na, so we can consider the first time, it's okay. But if we can find out in that missionary deviations, definitely we just to be replace it, okay. So in that, that's why in that chemical industries initially to use the hazard, because immediately to find the to rectify. Are you okay, ma?
Thank you.
Yes. Any other questions?
No, ma'am, you can go for the quiz.
Okay, fine. So okay, before that I'm saying na, please, everyone, I'm just to be want to be one word. Yes, what I have used in that sections. Okay, in one words, please. For example, deviations, parameters, like that. At least I need 20 words here.
Measurements.
Very good.
Hazards.
Then hazards, very good. Then
Operating issues.
yes, operational issues, good. Then
As of guide words.
guide words. Then
Deviations.
what are the guide words?
Control measures.
Measures. So okay, fine. My question is, please, just to say that guide words. 4 guide words is there, na?
No,
Yes,
more,
for guide
less,
words.
and reverse.
Very good. Then
Say,
just to recall.
I think safeguard.
Sorry.
This reverse logical opposite. There is
Okay,
a
yes,
guide word is
logical opposite.
this no complete absence, more quantitative increase, less quantitative decrease, and reverse logical oppositions. This is the 4
Good.
what are the
Good. Then Ilango, Jay, Anand, please, any one word I'm asking that, na? Please unmute and to say something.
Causes and consequences.
Yes, causes and consequences. Then
Recommendation.
recommendations, fine. Then
application across discipline.
all this, very good. What are
And
the disciplines? Hazards, it's help them mainly.
The mechanical and electrical engineering, civil construction, health
Fine.
system, IT and cybersecurity, and business process.
Very good. Very good. Then, Praveen, you also try.
ASOP guidelines.
Guidelines. Good.
Hazard management business.
Very good.
There is for I think 5 points: risk identification, supply chain, distribution only, project management, risk and
Good.
control, decision marketing improvement.
Okay, fine. What about girls? Rajeshwari, Naika, any Pallavi? Just try. Maybe they are logging, login. That's it. They won't listen our classes or what? Okay, fine. Now we are going to at least this term is peer-to-peer learning. We can say that whatever the things the faculties are sharing, it's a little bit more effective their classmates to share something. Okay, at least the others want to be understand that next classes why those peoples are answer, why we not. Okay, such a things they definitely help them to stimulate them to focus on their classes. That is one thing. Second one is, at least I'm just to create some little bit concern and curiosity about student side also. At least the entire 40 minutes we are also just to be wasted sometimes now. At least we want to be understand at least the 10 words we are keeping in our mind or not. At least the 10 words what in maybe night you just to be something is taking in their mobile now. At least you want to be understand which companies hazard systems are implemented, what is the year. At least the curiosity purpose, maybe you just to be lead in future. Okay, that is my intention. Apart from that, nothing. Okay, next go for MCQ test. That is also very easy only because I'm just go for application based. Many peoples are don't to be at least don't try also. So that's why I'm just taking their very simple questions. Please try everyone. Okay, so what does
This
HAZAP
first one is
stands for?
B. This first one is B, hazard and operability study.
It is second one, right?
Yeah, second one. Yeah, second one, the B.
Okay, fine. What about HAZAP is best described as, yeah?
Structured and systematic.
Yes, structured and systematic. Why I'm saying that? Structured, it's a process step by step. Systematic also, it is only one time. Yes, it's a time bounded. After completing their one deviation, then go for second. That's why we have said that it's a systematic. So HAZAP, it's a structured and systematic techniques. Good. Then HAZAP was originally developed by which industries?
Chemical and process industries.
Chemical and process.
Basically, chemical and process industries.
Chemical
Very
and process industry.
yes. Then why is HAZAP considered a universal tool?
It can be applicable to any system or process.
Option C.
Yes. Yes, because it is applicable for across all industries as well as all discipline. So that's why we can say that it is a universal tool. Good. Then HAZAP mainly focused on identifying.
It is applicable.
Deviation.
Deviation from
Intent design.
Yes, the main focus is not only profit and loss, employee performance measurement, marketing trends. It's mainly focused on deviations from intended. Yes, just we get the deviations because actual and standard we want to be compared. Good. Then which of the following is not a HAZAP guide words?
More.
Improve. Who's told that more?
Sorry.
Mohammed.
Okay, actually another one word is reverse. Okay, But here the questions ask that is not a hazard, so we can say that improve, because the guide
Improve.
word is no, more,
More,
less,
less.
reverse. Good. Then the guide words no indicates means what?
Complete absence. Complete absence.
No means no, right? That is complete options. Okay, good. Which of the following is a parameter in management related hazard? For example, industry means, engineering means the parameter is, I'm saying the some example also.
Time.
Could consider time.
This question answer is time, but I was taken the concept now. That time I told that the engineering parameter is flow, pressure, temperature, and speed like that, right?
Yes, madam. Yeah.
In management parameters means time, data. Or you got it?
Analysis.
Fine. Good.
Ma'am, but you didn't explain about that.
What I'm not explaining? No. Generally, the parameter
I think
is
you didn't
different.
explain. Okay.
Okay, I'm saying that generally the engineering, you know that the engineering, how you measure that engineering students, because the engineering students measurement is flow, pressures, temperature, speed like that. But in normally management and business, people focused on time, data, that especially analysis like that. That's it. Apart from that, nothing. Okay, the parameter is should differ. Engineering field is differ, management field is differ, even healthcare sector is differ. What about the healthcare sectors? What is the parameter measures? Because they are patients, right? The patients data, especially they are emergency. Yes, these are the thinker. Yes, even they are concentrating time also, because the emergency period, the time measure parameter is most important, right? Cost also most important in that medical healthcare field. Yes, because the heart transplant or any other transplant is having their more cost also. So each and every sectors having different parameters. That is the meaning. But here I am asking that question, MCQ is which parameter it's focused on management related, because rest of the A, B, D, everything it's engineering. But here the question, the correct answer is time only. Okay, fine. Next, what was the main consequences of no internet in the example?
Exam disruption.
Exam distribution.
Yes, exam disruptions. Okay, fine. Sorry, it having any doubt here?
No, it's okay.
Fine. Yes, which actions was suggested to
Backup
control
and
the
connectivity. Backup and connectivity.
Backup connectivity.
Backup
Connectivity.
Good. Then HAZAP enhanced the teamwork because
Improve.
Encourages
Encourages
multidisciplinary
discussion.
Good. Because the rest of the things it's not relevant. That is also one thing. Second one is, yes, not only focused on the first slide onwards, I'm saying that it is focused on multidisciplinary, not only for the single discipline alone. So it is multidisciplinary focused. Okay, final one major benefits of HAZAP.
Cost and effective risk prevention.
Risk preventage.
Yes, it's a cost-effective risk prevention tool.
Cost-effective risk and prevention tools.
Yes, very good. C only. Thank you so much for your enthusiastic participations. If
Same to you.
any
Thank you,
doubt is there,
madam.
yes, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Good night. Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Good
Thank
night.
you, ma'am.